That's What We Think with Connie and Steve. Hey, Steve, how are you?
I'm flustered.
You're
Not flustered.
baking.
I'm baking. Um, now, baking is something that I'm not good at it.
I don't know
I
why you
try
say that because you
because things turn into disasters whenever I try. So I just made this cake and I just asked my partner to help me with just making sure that it comes out of the pan
right.
just while we talk. And the controlling part of me, which is there, I mean, especially when it comes
Mhm.
to cooking and the culinary
I
world.
don't know what you're talking about.
I'm shocked myself, believe me. Um, and wants to go downstairs so I can watch him do it. So he doesn't
Just to
screw it
make
up.
sure he's doing it right.
Exactly. Because I swear to God, if I go downstairs and it's not done, I'm like, "Why? Why?" Anyway, it's fine. It's just that's just the one area I have to tell you, that's the cooking area, especially baking part, is where the not pleasant side comes out. Maybe that's why I shouldn't do it that often.
Maybe.
Anyways, here we are, my friend. How are you doing? You're in the bedroom again, I see.
Good. I am. I am.
People
It's
are
going to be like this
commenting.
for a little bit. I know people are commenting.
They
Actually,
are.
I had said maybe Stephen and I should have like a breakfast in bed pajama party podcast, and people are like, "Yes, yes, do it." So if you want to see a breakfast in bed
You don't wanna
pajama
see you
party
don't wanna see that.
podcast, let us know.
I do say, you look really comfy. Like,
I
it's
am.
like totally different from when you're in the other room
Yeah.
because it's an entirely different environment, right?
Right, right.
Right. So,
Well, I can't
eh
sit in the same way. Usually I'm sitting straight and kind of forward and everything, right? Here I have no choice. I have to kind of relax back
right.
or else my back would kill me by the end of
Well,
our conversation.
how much longer are they gonna be doing the house?
Oh,
Painting?
probably
A while, eh?
next. Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause well, we got some things in store, but now we might have to push it back just a little bit simply
Mhm.
because we have to be together to do it, so it's fine.
Right.
Nothing God, no, nothing gross, people. Just just us getting together, finally being able to do,
I'm
you
sure
know,
that I'm sure
which I'm
I'm hoping.
excited about.
I know. Me
Just
too.
just to see how that whole world works for us and just to gives us a little change and see how
I mean,
things
we could
go.
always do it in here. You could sit beside me on the bed.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Like I
I
said,
don't
it could be a pajama party.
but then it turns into a recording of the 2 of us sleeping because it looks so comfortable on
It
your
is a
bed.
very comfortable bed.
Don't put that out there, God, because it looks so comfortable, I look like I could sleep there. So, um, today, I think we are just gonna expand a little bit. Now, we briefly talked a little bit about Connie's birthday, but we
Mhm.
didn't really get into the nitty-gritty because we all know that, well, you heard on the last episode that she wasn't feeling well. And it wasn't like a celebration that, you typically would have when you're feeling better. It was more subdued, still a bit quiet. But
Yes,
she also, as part of
which is
her,
perfectly fine. I enjoy a quiet, subdued birthday.
who doesn't? Like
Yeah,
these days? Well,
yeah.
actually, I shouldn't say that because I'm sure there's a lot of people that really
Maybe.
want that big.
The big party? Oh.
Yeah, I don't I don't ever
Mm-mm.
no. So, but she also threw something at me because, when we're celebrating the birth of the Con, we hope that we're gonna be focused on Connie. But she decided that, nope, we're gonna do something,
Something I wanna do.
which she should. It's her birthday, right? It's
Yes.
her day, it's her what she wants. Sadly, it's not about her. Who is it about, Con?
Well, I'm going to grill Steven with some juicy questions,
Juicy.
and he's
Gross.
going to you don't like that word?
No.
Juicy? It's better than moist.
Oh, God. Although my cakes are. I shouldn't say. Anyway. Ew, even that sounds bad. Anyway, God.
I am going to
Ah,
grill
we're in
him
that mood.
with some questions, and he's going to answer anything I want him to. That's my birthday present.
Yeah, she gave me some questions, and I'm somewhat prepared, but I was thinking about this before she starts, and answering the questions and looking at them, and I realized today, do you know what? I was all concerned because I'm like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't say this, or I shouldn't say this about me because, people are gonna think of this and that." Like, I realized I don't care. Like,
No.
it's at the end of the day, like, the world is so gross. Believe you me revealing that I might like olives on something instead of whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's so lame, so let's
Yeah.
go. Let's do it.
Okay. So, my very first question
Yeah.
is, if this podcast ended tomorrow, what would you miss most?
This. Just our, look, it we don't need an excuse to talk. It's
No,
us.
we don't. We've always done it.
But we have it because it's more scheduled and because we have to this is part of our lives, this is part of our lives now.
Mhm.
There's more of an incentive to wanna keep doing it all the time instead of being, "Oh, we're too busy, we've got this, family events, busy," but which we still do. This makes us do it. So I would miss that. There's a structure to that. Do you understand? Does that
Yeah.
make sense
Yep. No,
without
I
making it sound
totally
gross?
agree.
Yeah.
No, totally agree. I mean, look at this. I'm not in my office because they're painting my office at the moment,
Yeah,
and but we're still doing it. We're still
absolutely.
finding a way to make the time for each other
Mhm.
as much as it is for the podcast.
For the last 3 years, we've missed years prior to us starting this,
Mhm.
and for the last 3 years, we've really not only have we caught up, we're in each other's lives again, families are connected, we know the kids, my partner, everything, like, you just all this stuff. So
Right.
I would miss that structure, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so too.
yeah.
I think so
It's a good
too.
question, though.
So,
Yeah,
this
I
one
saw this.
is what is the most Steve thing you do that drives Jim crazy?
I had to ask him.
Of course,
So, this is where where I had said, I don't know I don't know if I wanna reveal some of this stuff, but at the end of the day, this is the truth. And what he said was, "It's when I'm wrong about something. What I do is allegedly," I'm saying this allegedly, that I have to find something that he does wrong too, and therefore I can
Mm,
accept it.
right.
Um, and and I thought about that, and I thought, "I don't do that," and I realized, "Oh, yeah, I kinda do." It's something I need to work on. That's something that really, really drives him nuts.
Mhm.
But, is that a big one? Is that bad? Yeah, that's
No.
be
No,
Well,
it
it's not
isn't at
great,
all.
but it's not, I mean, I'm 55, not 14. I should be acting my age. Good lord. So
Ah.
so there's that. So, yeah. Next what's the next one?
Okay. If
Mhm.
I wrote a book about Steve, what would the title be?
I called it, "What would I be if I were you?"
What would I be if I were you?
Completely, randomly, weirdly structured, just I don't know. It's a hard question because you have to catch me on a day if I'm in a crap mood, it'll be, I can't it was a hard question to figure out,
Yeah.
you know?
Titles are hard.
They really are. I mean, with your books, how do you have to
Sometimes I'll write the book, and then if there's a theme, some kind of phrase that keeps on coming up,
Yeah,
I will use that.
yeah.
Most times I give it a working title. The one that I'm currently working on, I just have new novel because I don't know yet.
If you ask Alex, I'm sure he'd probably come up with some Stevenism that I've said that were probably appropriate who would probably work in this case. But
Yeah.
anyway, go on.
Yeah.
What's the next
It is difficult to find
It
a
is.
title.
It's
Yeah.
interesting that you use a phrase over and over that dictates your books. I didn't know that. Okay.
Sometimes, not always. And I just it actually it's something sometimes that comes naturally.
Are
Um
are you holding your
I
microphone?
I
Are you?
am
Is
because
this
the
a live
stand
report?
The stand kept on going lower and lower, and I was like, "I can't get this to stay still." So
I feel
I'm like going, "Oh, forget it. I'm just gonna put it in my hand and
I
do
feel
it
like we're
this way."
I feel like we're doing a live report here right now
So,
because
Steve,
yes. Where are you? Live from Connie's bedroom. What's our next
so
question?
my next question is,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
what is something you pretend to understand but absolutely don't?
Navigating this life. And I mean, there's no map or instructions. We know this. This is
No.
this is for everybody. But you God help you, you do sometimes have to fake it until you make it.
Mhm.
And in certain not every area, but sometimes you're just presented with things in life that you just don't know what you're going to do. You just have to try figuring it out, and that seems to be the game more than anything else.
Right.
So, yeah, just navigating life. It's God knows there's no rule book. We don't know,
No.
God,
No.
I never even thought,
And as soon as you think you know, a nice curveball is thrown
well,
your way.
look at this with us. I
Mhm.
mean, I would never, you know me, I was absolutely adamant that I would never do something like this.
I
Yet
knew.
we're brought
It's my manifesting.
for 50 years.
Yes.
Yeah. No. It's interesting that we're doing this sort of thing, which is being broadcast much wider than we ever thought we would.
Mhm.
I'm shocked sometimes still to this day that
Yeah.
we're doing this, but here we are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
In an alternate universe, what does Steve's life look like, and which one would you rather be living in?
I said this one. This it's all of them would be the same with some caveats. No rheumatoid arthritis
Mm,
and more money. A
mhm.
little bit more money. But
So
I
would you
think
pick those lives over this one?
no,
Mhm.
no,
So
this
even the
is
rheumatoid arthritis, you'd continue.
all of it.
Yeah,
This is it. This is it.
yeah,
I don't want to imagine that because then that indicates that I'm unhappy with the way things are and I'm not.
right.
Um I'm obviously not happy with certain aspects of obviously having a disease that's incurable is not
Obviously.
great.
Mhm,
However, there are plenty of other people that go through this and they navigate, as talking about navigating their life,
mhm.
um, as best as they can and try not to think about, well, if I was in a different world or this, now I like this one. I'm happy
Yeah,
here for now,
yeah.
you know?
Especially because if you're gaining in one spot, what are you losing? You know what I mean? Like, what do you have to give up in order to gain the more money or the healthier body, or you know what I mean? Like, is
I
there something
agree.
in an alternative life that you'd have to give up, and would you even be willing to?
Well, it seems to me that, and especially now when you're seeing people with this insane pursuit of power and money,
Mhm.
the cost, it is unbelievable the cost that seems to be happening right now in this present existence
Yeah.
of people trying to get more than that what they really should have. And the price is just the price on society itself just isn't it's not worth it to me. But it
No.
is to a lot of people and I try to understand that as best as I can. I'm happy with where I am. I wish there outside of me, like externally with the world, I
Mhm.
wish it was a bit better,
Right.
but this is it. This is where we
Your
are.
little world is
My little
perfect.
world. It's
Mhm.
not perfect, but it's the best it can be.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way too sometimes,
I
Con?
do. I do, because I couldn't imagine giving up some, like, if I, you know, lived in a different universe and one of my kids weren't there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's just,
Yeah.
like, all the things that could possibly be different, I would be afraid of that difference. And not that you would know any different in that world, because that's
Right.
the world you're living in,
Right.
but warts
Would
and
it
all, I'm liking it here.
would it be like, for example, say you do want it, you desired a different existence. What would that entail losing like, aspects of your life that you're in now?
Well,
Like,
I think it
like
would. How do you gain something
right?
without losing something?
And that's the thing, like, losing Jim or losing Rob or
Right.
my friends, my family, it's just
Yeah.
all of that
No.
just would be I couldn't imagine. I think that would be way too much,
Mhm.
you
And
know?
even the bad experiences of this life have shaped us
Absolutely, for
into
better
the
or
person we
worse.
are right now. Exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. No, it's a really good question.
Mhm.
I like that one. That all of these have made me think.
Good, good, I'm glad.
Yeah,
Um, so the next question is,
yeah.
what would 15-year-old Steve say about today's Steve?
I wrote, he'd say, "Boy, you let yourself go."
Oh, probably,
He
right?
would.
Because
Oh,
15-year-old
s
us
15-year-old Steve was a mouthy bitch, so he'd say something like that. He would say, "You had good looks, good luck. Hell, you even had some smarts. What the hell happened?" That's what he'd say. But, I added
Mhm,
this, that he'd also say, "Damn, you've accomplished more than you think you have."
mhm.
And he would have that sort of enough of a insight to stop himself from going too far and recognize that there is still some good stuff, but the sarcasm would absolutely be there. No
Which,
question,
of
still no
course,
doubt.
we love.
Do we?
Yes! Yes, I love the
Okay.
sarcasm. Imagine
I
if we didn't
wonder
have sarcasm.
I wonder if the high school for the people that I went to school with would have let that. I was pretty damn sarcastic. Not as bad as Mike Akins. He was like
Oh,
he
yeah,
was the king. He was
yeah.
so funny. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. Anyway,
That's okay.
back
No, no,
go
no,
on.
no.
Next one, next one.
Okay. What makes you feel most alive?
Travel. Um, I think it is a joy, and I do understand that it's absolutely a privilege. I
Mhm.
know that. I've traveled around the world. I've seen so many things, and I've been privileged enough to experience so many different cultures, only to realize just how much alike we really, really are. And I know how simple that sounds, but you have no idea it's
Yeah.
how insanely similar we are around the world, and how people are willing to open their doors to you, and it's not as terrifying as you think it is, and that's growth. Like, 'cause I did that trip with the expectation of just well, mostly just to run away. I know
Right.
that, but also giving me the opportunity just to try something new, and it was the best thing I could have ever done. It was
Mhm.
difficult at
Yep.
that time too, and just as a backgrounder, at that point, I had lost my partner to cancer, to leukemia, so it was a very rough time,
Mhm.
and I took a year to go to 22 different countries, and
That's
it
amazing.
isn't it? It was insane. I was
Mhm.
exhausted by the end. I think I had a
Oh,
little
I'm
bit of a
sure.
breakdown, but at the okay. No, I had a breakdown at the end of it. But if you're gonna break down in Hawaii. That's what I say. That's what
Oh, is that where
happened.
you had the
Yeah.
breakdown? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was bad, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and
Oh, I'm sure.
it's not marred by that experience. It was just enhanced.
Mm.
So, travel 100% and cuisine, eating.
Mhm.
Um, that is did I put cuisine? Yeah. Just just being I'm
Food.
smiling, just thinking of, like, these places, like, in Japan or in Paris or just and I'm sorry, I get how it might sound, and I apologize if it sounds
Oh my
elitist in
gosh, don't
any way,
apologize at all, no.
but it really there's something special in doing it on your own, and which is what
Mhm.
I did. It's
Yep.
nice, of course, would have been great to have someone with me.
Yep.
However, and I have to say it's you asking this means the world because I don't get a chance to
Mhm.
share it. So thank you for
Yeah.
that. That's a good
Oh,
question. That's great.
thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
great. Um, so the next question is,
Oh,
what's a belief you hold strongly that I might disagree with?
I wrote I wrote down that I'm a terrible baker, but then I realized, have you ever had anything that
I
I've
had your cookies.
yeah, I thought so. And
Yeah,
I thought, "No,
and they were
I'm hor"
delicious, so I'm not sure why you say you're terrible
See,
at
you
and they're
disagree.
beautiful.
But that's not on me, that's on my fabulous partner and my sister-in-law for and decorating, and my brother-in-law for decorating. But I will just say, on a deeper level, doing this podcast,
Mm.
um, there's been many, many a time where I thought that, and still sometimes do think that I'm not good at this, that this is not. I know you're thinking this is why you asked the question,
Right.
but this is what I think, right? This is what we think.
And here I
So
am completely disagreeing with you.
completely, that's the reason. I mean, it's been gratifying sometimes to hear, oh, I like hearing your voice, but for me, it's been a battle
Mm.
uh, constantly questioning whether or not I'm humiliating myself without knowing it.
No,
So that's it.
I have so many people that just absolutely tell me all the time how much they love hearing you.
That's really nice. It helps to ease the moments when you're just feeling this is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, so just so you feel better about yourself, there are times where I'm looking in and
My
seeing my image back at me
yeah,
and so I'm like going, "Oh my gosh." I'm looking at all the flaws,
Connie,
right?
no, I won't have
Unbelievable.
it.
So, yes,
See, I now I'm disagreeing with her.
but we
I won't have that.
but we
Sorry, you're
all
wrong.
do that, right? Because when
Of
you look at
course.
yourself, you can pick all the little things that aren't perfect anymore or have aged or, you know,
Right.
are different than what they maybe used to have been.
Yeah, but the difference is that well, of course I don't see that because I love
Mm,
you.
yeah.
And all I see is the confidence, and I don't see the flaws because, well, I'm not looking, but if you're gonna point them
Right.
out, then I still won't see them. It's just
Yeah.
that's just not the way it works. But I that's been my thing, and it's
Mhm.
it's even now, it's 2 years
Yeah.
later,
Yeah, and
still.
see, and this is so you saying you don't like hearing yourself, I love it.
Oh.
I love your voice. It's like Barry White. Start singing for us, Steve.
Uh, oh, never ever gonna give you up. Okay, I'm stopping. By the way,
I am keeping that in.
I listened to, me sing "Control" yesterday the episode we did with
Yeah.
Janet Jackson, that was awful. Why didn't you stop me? Jeez.
No, those are the
Oh.
best times
I
when
love
they're
it when you
silly.
sing. That makes me happy. You need to do it more.
Okay, so our next
Yeah,
question
sorry.
for Steve is
God, people are thinking we're loving each other too much here. What's going Alright.
what is one failure that has most shaped you?
Um, this one's pretty straightforward. Not being more active in my health.
Mm,
Uh, I didn't take this seriously at the beginning when I was diagnosed, and I didn't believe that this was happening, even though, my God, it was happening.
mhm.
And my attitude was, "Yes, doctor. Of course, doctor. Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor." I never questioned. I never fought for myself. I never did anything. I just acquiesced to whatever it was that whoever doctor or specialist or whoever it was that was treating me earlier um, was telling me. So in hindsight, I lost probably about a good 10 years,
Oh,
which is a
really?
long time. I know. Jim gave me the confidence to start advocating more for myself and start
Mhm.
standing up and start saying, well, what about this? Or I found this, or la 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 la, instead of just, saying that, well, they know better than you. And that's what I
Right.
used to think that they do. And they do. Like, believe me, my doctors, the ones that I have now in particular, are fantastic. Like, I've lucked out,
Mhm.
but at the beginning, not so much. So, I wish that I had done that. I wish I had been a little bit more proactive. Actually,
Right.
no. I really wish that I had been more proactive. It would have saved a lot of maybe it wouldn't have not saved, but just given me a little bit more time,
Yeah.
or at least I could have had a little bit of a delay with some of the effects of what this disease has done to me. So, I'll
Mhm.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
understandable, though, that you would just listen to what the doctors are saying. I mean, they are the doctor, they're the
Right.
professional, they know, about the disease, they know about everything way more than you do. Why would you look into it and question
right?
anything?
But when you're seeing, like, you're getting the medication, and like I have mentioned before in previous podcast episodes, when you're getting the stuff to help you heal, or at least mitigate or push down the symptoms, they're really harsh. And
Mhm.
but you're hearing it's part of the process. It's for your own good. So you're swallowing
Right.
methotrexate and all these other, and methotrexate is like that's chemo practically,
Oh, wow.
and in pill form. And it, Connie, I was
Mhm.
so sick. But I didn't at the time I was single, so I didn't know, and I just was
Right.
I didn't have any. I didn't know. I thought this was fine and this is
Yeah.
normal.
This is what you're
This
supposed to
is
be
what it
going through.
is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now I wish, but I'm here now, so it's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The one good thing that could come out of it, because we are doing this, if
Yeah.
somebody is, going through rheumatoid arthritis for the first time and they
Yeah.
hear you saying this, that you need to advocate for yourself, that you need to ask questions, that you
Absolutely.
need to do research as well, um, maybe that will help them.
I hope so. Um, there's so many things that you can say about this without uh sounding preachy, but
Mhm.
it is important. You're not going to get all the answers online. I think obviously for so many reasons you can't trust
No.
single thing that you
Oh, God. You
see,
know,
right? But
med school
but
Google is not exactly,
oh my God, it's both beneficial and so detrimental because you can
right.
be terrified.
Exactly.
However, sometimes some of those terrifying things that you're seeing are true.
Yeah.
And therefore, it is important that you do stand up and say, well, what about this alternative? Or can I try this alternative? And if not, why not? Just ask
Mhm.
questions.
Yeah.
Make sure you take your time because it's your body, it's your
Mhm.
life, right? That's all
Right.
I say for that. It's
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah.
what is something that you've changed your mind about as you've aged?
Uh, I put that it's really okay to take a nap, to take a break.
Did you not believe that before?
Totally not. I did
Yeah,
not.
I was the same. You know what?
Yep.
And I think that is a Gen X thing. I think we were told you have to keep on going,
You have
just
to keep
push
going.
through it,
Yep.
you know, nose to the grindstone and
Yep.
don't stop until it's done, right?
It
Because your work ethics is everything.
absolutely. Plus, you didn't wanna be told that you were lazy, and
Exactly.
and there's so many benefits to just taking a break, but for
Mhm.
me, like, I can't have that. I gotta get the work done. I gotta get the work done. Gotta get the work done, and then I can take that break. But by
Right.
then, you're exhausted. I do see the benefits of why it's good to take that 10, 15-minute, maybe 20-minute stop,
Mhm.
breathe, then get back at it. You'll feel so
Yeah.
much better, but I certainly didn't think that way before.
No.
Absolutely not, and I know
No,
you're the
because we
same.
weren't taught that way,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
do
I
you
think
think it's us, or do you think like, other Gen Xers are like, is it Gen
no,
X?
I think it is a Gen X thing. I mean, I remember my mom saying, "You can't nap, it's lazy." I think our parents were taught that it was lazy,
Immigrants, I
and
wonder
it's
if it's
just
in
it could be.
yeah, you know? And
Yeah.
if you can't see our faces, both Connie and I have that we have immigrant parents, we know.
Exactly.
And their hustle, has obviously it's passed down to your kids because they want you to
Yep.
succeed, and that's fine. But North American society is a very different life
Mhm.
sometimes, and
Yeah.
I find that there's a difference. So there's more of an acceptance to take that break and to nap, where I
Mhm.
find some immigrant families, it's just you shouldn't do that. You gotta
Yeah.
work. Work, work, work.
But there was still, even, like, if you remember, there was a time where it was considered good, like a bragging point. "Oh, I only get 4 hours of sleep a day,"
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And I think that's so toxic.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's this it's North American culture too here, because
Mhm.
European culture doesn't celebrate
No.
you working. It's about, you know, that whole, what is it, live to work to live?
Right.
It really does apply.
Mhm.
And here, there really is a frowning if you decide that you don't want to work that life. It's
Mhm.
like, "What? You don't
Yeah,
wanna push, push, push?" Well,
yeah.
no,
Oh, you're not gonna get ahead if you don't,
right? And the truth
right?
is, I don't think that's the way it works, and I've
Mm-mm.
learned something now. In 55 years, I've learned something. I don't think it's about the hustle. I think it's about the PR, if you understand what I mean.
Mhm.
Because if you're working really, really this is just my theory, and this is what I think. If you're working and hustling and hope to get up that ladder, that's good. But if you don't know how to do the outside kissing ass, like, PR, keep
Mhm.
that sort of stuff, like
Yeah,
boosting yourself, doing all the stupid jokes, that sort of thing that's in the office type of it won't matter. They'll just see you as someone, "Oh, I can pass off work to. Here you
yeah.
go," and you'll still
Possibly,
stay.
yeah.
Possibly.
See, my thing is I was thinking it was a PR move from companies
Hmm.
to get employees to work as much as they can for their company, so the company makes more money
Yeah, there's that
because you're
too.
not making any more money. If you're on salary, it doesn't matter whether you work 40 hours or 80 hours, that's not gonna increase your income. Possibly, maybe there is a promotion in the future,
Yeah,
maybe,
maybe. I don't
but
know. I mean, but
I think it was just PR from companies going, "This is what
prob
we need to do. You need to nose to the grindstone."
well, I'll tell you, like, in my 20s and 30s, I didn't mind that. Like, I didn't mind working my ass off, like, working
Right.
long hou it was just something you did, and it we're younger, so you're able to handle it. It's just
Yep.
now you need to take a break. You just do, and not
Exactly.
every culture's the same, not every work environment's the same, but you do need to take a break, for God's sake. You
Mhm.
should. Anyway,
Yeah.
sir, next question, my dog.
Next question.
Yeah.
Who or what influenced you the most growing up?
There's a number there's a number of people, and I mean, I'll start with, obviously, my family. Mom and dad, both of them have influenced me, in very different ways, and I think there's a separate question that kinda like, discusses that. I've had teachers, I've had, uh, family friends, like, uh some of the men and the women of family friends that I've known in my life that have absolutely had huge influences on my life, and the list is really long, and I can't get into how because we'd be here all day.
Mhm.
But you start with family, but there's been it's and coworkers and bosses that have been hugely influential. It's and not in a negative way, in a very, very positive way. Because sometimes when people say here influential, sometimes there might be a connotation, a negative one, and there
Right.
isn't. Not in this case. I was lucky. I
Mhm.
think I was very, very lucky to have like starting with my mom. Like it's just she's my mom. And then, with my dad, like, in different ways, he's been influential, and then my bosses that I've worked with have just anyway, I'm going on and on about it, but that's
Mhm.
I think that's pretty much where it starts. We can break it down another time. Maybe we'll
Right.
do a podcast about that. Who influenced you? But yeah, yeah, lots,
Yeah.
lots. Modeling, oh my god, now I think about it, there's so many people.
So many different ways, right. That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
And
what
that's
about
great that you had so many people in your life.
are we
I
allowed to
wonder
ask you? Is this
who
part
influenced me. No, you're
Yeah.
not allowed to ask
Oh,
me.
crap.
I mean, it's not about me. This is about Steve today.
Ugh.
Even though
Damn,
it's my birthday, it's all about
exactly.
Steve.
This sucks. I I'd rather hear some stuff about you, for God's sake. Good lord.
Oh, we hear
But
about me
yeah,
all the time. Oh, what is the one thing you admire most about Jim and why?
and I read this to him, and he
Mhm,
was this is exactly what I said. His character.
mhm.
He is genuinely a rare one. Good, but firm in his convictions, generous, a smile that melts you, and a loyalty, um, uh, what I put? A loyalty you'd be a fool to ever betray. And,
That's
it's
lovely.
yeah, he is that guy,
Mhm,
and I am shocked, sometimes that someone like me could get that in my life. Um, I am
Why
not a
not?
perfect person. I am deeply, deeply all over the map with who I am as a person, and I'm starting to recognize all the good and sometimes the bad stuff keeps me up at night because I'm like, oh God, the things I've said or done and in my past, I'm not proud of. Um, but for some strange reason, I've been lucky enough that he sees a good thing, and
Mhm,
I see a great thing, a
mhm.
great person who I don't know. I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I hope that came out okay.
No, of course it did.
Okay,
Of
good.
course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you so, next question.
Yes.
Have you ever read the terms and conditions for anything that you've signed up for?
Yes.
All of them? The whole
All
thing?
no, yes, the whole thing. Um, it was for an Apple product. I can't remember what it was for, but I decided I'm gonna read this because I want to know what the hell they think they're gonna get past me or
Mhm, mhm.
what is involved in accepting the terms of agreements and agreements. And I have to tell you that it's obviously, yes, there's a lot of legalese in there,
Yeah, right.
tons of it. And some of it is unbelievably stunning in terms of what they can get away with
Mhm,
under the terms. Like it's like, well, you accept this, and we will accept nothing.
mhm.
You are agreeing to, we take this, we do this, we won't do this, we'll grab this, blah 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 blah. And my hand was literally shaking at the end of it, thinking, "Oh my God, I don't want to accept this, but I need this product."
Right.
Um, so I did accept it at the end, but I was so fucking mad because
Mhm.
it applies across the board, and people don't know because it is designed for you to not pay attention because they
Right.
know,
It's
right?
designed they're written with such legalese so that you just go, "Oh my god, I cannot be bothered reading this," especially all the social media terms and
Especially,
conditions.
yep, it is.
If
Have
you
you?
read those oh, no, I have not. I don't want to. If I read them, I wouldn't be on anything.
Agreed. We wouldn't be able to do this. Like
No.
all of this, like we are aware that we've signed away a significant portion of our private life in order to do this.
Yeah.
It's more than like even when you're like on Instagram with photos and pictures or
Yeah.
Facebook. Facebook was shocking. Like
Yeah.
I did read
They
Facebook.
own them.
They own it.
Mhm.
They own it. And I don't think people really understand
Yeah.
just how much they own and how little you do and how
Yeah.
little control you have the minute you accept. It's disgusting. But
Mhm.
sadly,
And I think
this
with
is where we
AI
are.
now, like
Oh,
ChatGPT and, what is those other ones, Claude or, all the different AI applications that are out there. I think if you were to read those as well.
can we do a little sideshow, just a little bit about AI, and and I wonder if you might agree with
Mhm.
the purpose of AI. People think it's about, it's absolutely real that it's gonna probably take over a lot of jobs,
And we
and
are gonna have a podcast about AI completely on its
for
own.
sure. But I think what's scaring me more about AI are the nefarious reasons for it. Because AI is creating an environment for people to question what they're seeing is real.
Yes.
And I had read Sarah Kenzer, who is she's like this soothsayer. She had
Mhm.
been predicting a lot of the things that are happening now years ago. And I
Mhm.
would read her tweets on Twitter when it was Twitter and go, I'd have this moment where I'd be like, "Oh god, this can't be real. Oh no, it's okay." Even though in the back of my mind I'm thinking, yikes, this
Yeah.
could actually be real." So her reasoning now, and I'm just paraphrasing, is that what AI has done is created enough of an environment now for people to question. So now with the Epstein files, if those videos ever get out, we now have created and fostered an environment where people
Yeah.
may not believe that this is real. Therefore, the people that are behind the stuff that the awful shit that Epstein has and all those people that are involved can now have sort of a vacuum of oh, well, maybe they didn't do it. Maybe this is fake.
Yeah.
And that is terrifying. And
Mhm.
I didn't know until and I thought, no,
And those images are getting better and better. Remember when
way better.
there was a photo of the Pope, and I don't even remember which Pope it was, that was AI, and he was dressed in some white coat of some sort. Anyways, at the time, obviously, the AI images were not perfect. He had an extra finger. There were certain things that were
Yeah,
off that you could go, "This is an AI image, it's not real."
right,
But those
right.
things are now no longer on there.
Yeah,
They
it's
look
cleaned up.
perfect.
Yeah,
And you now have to question, is this real? Am I you're literally questioning your own eyes, what you're seeing.
yeah.
It's it's
It's
scary.
it's 1984. We
Mhm.
read that book in high school.
Yeah.
We never dreamed. And now the more I think about a lot of those dystopian books and movies and everything, well, maybe we should have been paying more attention. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I'll just say that it is. I know this is just a questionnaire about me, and this is about me just saying what I think about it, and I'm genuinely, deeply worried about
Mhm.
the effects. But that's a different thing, and again, we will be talking about
Yeah, we
that
will.
in a very separate uh podcast. So,
Mhm.
but for now, I think what we're going to do a part two because we've got a bunch of other questions. Yeah.
2-hour podcast
Oh
about
God.
Steve?
Ah, we'll lose half the people. But thanks everyone for listening to part one. And we hope you stick around for part two, right, Cobb? In the meantime,
Yes.
we know where you can listen to us and where can they do that?
They can listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Amazon Music, or wherever it is that you listen to your podcasts.
I have can I say, you are making me laugh with this with your
With
microphone.
my microphone?
You look like you're really getting into it, and I'm waiting for a song.
I'm trying to think of one, and I can't think of one right now.
Do you know what came in my head is, oh, do you remember that song "You Light Up My Life," which I hated? Do you remember that? And I'm just waiting for you to burst into, "You light up my life." Oh, that's horrible. Sorry, everyone. Oh, sorry. But,
If I didn't have a tickle, because I do have a tickle in my throat right now,
yeah.
here, clear it out, I would've. I
Oh,
would have joined you
I
as a
was
duet.
waiting. Alright. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for having to listen to us and our singing. Well, my singing, sorry about that. And please stay tuned for part two of the questionnaire, right, my friend?
Yes, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye, Con.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.